Hello, my beautiful people. It is I, it is her, it is she, it is Coach. And welcome back to the channel of All Things Healthy with me, Coach Yolanda. On this channel, if you are new here, I talk about all things healthy, which is all things healthy to me. My life, I talk about lifestyle, I talk about career, I talk about finances, and I most importantly talk about mental health because it's very important when it comes to you having a lifestyle of health, right? So if you like this channel and you love the content that I have here, please do subscribe. That lets me know that you are liking the content and I can give you more content that you like. Okay, so let's dive right into it. Today's video is going to be about flexing your focus. When I say flex your focus, that literally means to flex your focus. I know a lot of people praise multitasking because multitasking is you can do this, you can do that, you can do this, you can do that, and you just have all these things on your plate. But what really happens is that your brain is squiggling. It's going through a lot of emotion to try to figure out what it is that you should be focusing on, especially when it comes to your health and your weight loss. For me, I focus more on the things that I was inconsistent with, which was making sure that my meals was right, making sure that I was trying to exercise more, or making sure that I took away or stayed away from things that was really not productive or things that didn't really hone into who I was as a person. So I stayed away from negativity. I stayed away from negative people. I stopped watching negative movies. I stopped listening to negative content because what was happening was that negativity that I was putting into my life was actually portraying, the negativity I was putting into my brain was actually portraying into my life. And that is just not fun at all when you're on this roller coaster of multitasking and putting negative things in and not really getting what you need in return. So today I want to talk about how you can flex your focus, which means we're going to focus on the thing that makes most important, one task at a time. So, for instance, if you are trying to lose weight, which of course, if you landed on my channel, that's what I talk about. I talk about weight loss because of course I went through a 55 plus pound weight loss and I'm still going through the process because I'm still not at my goal weight, but I am working my way there, which takes time. So if you are thinking about starting your health and wellness journey, the best thing you can do is not to multitask, but to actually focus in on the thing that you know that you need the most help with, which sometimes could be your food, what it is that you're eating. It could be you moving your body more. It could be getting more sleep. It could be more self-care. Whichever focus that is works for you. You have to focus in on that one thing and master that one thing that will help you be productive in your weight loss. So today I want to tell you a couple of tricks and tips that have helped me to master one thing, and then I started into the second level of actually adding in the other thing because now I made a habit of that one particular thing that I was focusing in. So for me, I know it was more so finding time, right? That's when I first started. I wanted to find time. How do I find time as a mom of 6, a wife, a business owner, and still work my career outside of my home and still find time to actually put me first? So simple to say, and a lot of people say it, but it's so hard to actually try to figure that piece out. So what I had to do was I had to actually look at my overall month. And I looked at everything I would do daily. So in a day, I looked at what I was doing from the first time I got up in the morning to the time I went to bed. And my day normally went with, I would get up in the morning, take my shower, get myself ready for work, get my food, get out the door, and now I'm in my job, my career, and I'm actually in that all day giving of myself. And the most important elements that I missed was that time in the morning for me to actually take time with myself, to actually understand what it is that I needed from myself to be productive in my career. Because after the day of your 9 to 5, you still have to go home. You got to go back home. And if you got to run some errands or do some chores, you still have those things on your plate that you still are not familiar with of how to put you as a priority. So here is some quick, simple, easy tips that I implemented in my life that helped me to make me a priority. And I started to focus in on these particular things that helped me become more of a priority, as well as continuing on as being a mom, continuing on being a wife, and continuing on to go outside my career and be a business owner at the same time. Because it's very hard, but it's easy to manage if you actually want to take the time to do that, because it takes skill, it takes determination, and it also takes you to focus, to flex that focus muscle. And to do that, you have to get yourself organized. So first thing is I incremented an extra 30 minutes of time, which helped me in that 30-minute increment of time early in the morning. Instead of me getting up at 6 o'clock, I would get up at 5:30, or I would get up at 5 o'clock. That helped me to get in a workout. It actually helped me to start, having my morning prayer, reading my Bible for a little bit, and just doing little bits that I needed to do to help me in the morning to get my brain together to attack the day. So that 30 minutes that you have, that you can set for yourself, really will make a big difference. It makes a big difference because it's going to really define your day. So I would definitely suggest you take 30 minutes extra, that 30-minute increment. So if you get up at 7, try to get up at 6:30. If you get up at 6:30, try to get up at 6. It's easier said than done, but if you set your clock, you make it a priority to yourself, and you put that into your life, as in this is a non-negotiable, then you can actually start implementing things that will help you with your life when it comes to making you a priority to flex your focus. The second thing was I needed a plan. So I had to plan out each day, as it were, until I got really good where I could plan out a week and plan out a month. But before I could get to that point, I had to plan out every single day. So on Sundays, I would sit down and I would plan for that Monday. And if I had time and I really could think a little bit further past that moment, I would plan out that Tuesday, that Wednesday, and that Thursday. And then when Thursday came, Thursday evening, I would plan out my Friday and then my Saturday. And then I would try to do it again on Sunday. But the key is you got to start focusing on what's going to help you to be more productive when it comes to your weight loss, because it's not going to be an easy thing to do if you are unorganized and you're multitasking, because multitasking is giving you frenzy and you need to flex your focus muscle, which gets you zoned in, and it helps you to stay on this path versus all over the place. Okay. So I would plan my day-to-day activities, which means I had to plan in that 30 minutes that I needed to get me a little bit of sanity. I had to plan in that 30 minutes I needed to actually figure out what I was going to do when my day started and how I was going to approach that day with a positive attitude, because your attitude makes a difference in how your day goes, which contributes to your health. Because if you're stressed out every single day, that's not going to help you. You have to look at the overall picture, which is you want to become more organized, you want to become more present, and you want to be more adventurous when it comes to helping you become a better human being, which is for your health, right? Of course, that's what we all want to be better for our health, because no one wants to be sick, and definitely no one wants to be taking pills for the rest of their life if it's preventable, if it's possible, okay? So in order to not get to that point of being stressed, we have to make a plan. So of course, again, 30 minutes extra in the morning is what I put into my schedule. And then I started to plan my days on Sunday for that Monday. So I just made little small tidbits of what I was going to do. Also, what helped a lot was I could write down a lot of stuff in like different books and everything, but to have a planner or just like a regular little book or a regular little notepad or something that you know that you can keep with you at all times to revert back to is a good thing as well. Or putting it into your phone, because we always carry our phone with us, and our phone has all of our information. So putting that information that you need to be more healthier, or the thing that you're trying to focus on the most, whatever that is, you put it into your phone or a notepad or a book or a composition notebook, and that will help you to stay a little focused, because now you are intentional with what it is that you're trying to do, which brings me to my next point, being intentional. You can plan out your whole entire existence, but if you are not taking actionable steps and being intentional, it's never going to work for you, because you're going to keep doing this cycle of starting over and starting over and starting over, because you're not forming a habit, which becomes consistency in your life. Just like you get up every single day, and you go to work, or you get up every single day and you eat your food, and you get up every single day and you may do, whatever it is that you do every single day, every day of your life, there's one particular thing that you do every single day. And in order for you to do that one particular thing every single day, it has to become a part of your life. It's a habit. So in order to focus more on creating a healthy habit, you have to be intentional with what it is that you're trying to accomplish for yourself. So for me, I wanted to actually lose weight, but that's a big umbrella. So that umbrella can consist of a lot of things that comes along with weight loss. What I had to focus on most importantly was how to prioritize time for me to start to lose weight. And once I started to do that, that's when things started to happen for me. Because you can watch all the gurus, you can look at all the videos, you can read all the books, but if you're not putting that information into an effective plan, or if you're not putting yourself as a priority with that effective plan, it's just not going to work. And that's just called life, and that's just what happens, because everything isn't going to always be black and white. But we would love for it to be black and white, but it's not always going to be that way, especially because we're all made up of different DNA. We all have different cells. We all have different things going on with our body, and everything isn't going to be black and white. But what is black and white is health, because it's abundance for everyone, and everyone can gain health. It's just a matter of you prioritizing, putting you first, adding in little increments of time that will help you get to that next step in your life. So again, I just want to go over these quick tips with you. That way you can write them down and you can start implementing it is to help you become a better person when it comes to getting your health together and prioritizing. So number one, 30 extra minutes a day is crucial for you to focus, okay? You got to flex that focus muscle by giving yourself 30 extra minutes a day versus first thing in the morning when you wake up, because you want to start your day at the peak and you want to make sure that you're doing, everything that is possible when it comes to your day, and you focusing on flexing your focus muscle. Number two is you definitely want to have a plan here. You got to know what your plan is. You got to know how you're going to do this. So but my plan was on Sundays, I sat down and then I would plan out my Monday. And then if I thought a little bit further, I could plan my Tuesday, my Wednesday, because the days are going to change. You really don't know what it is that you're going to be doing at that particular moment, but especially when you're starting off on the journey of health and wellness, you're just trying to figure this thing out and get it done. So planning, it's crucial, as well as 30 minutes prioritizing that extra 30 minutes to your day. And then, of course, you don't want to be multitasking, because multitasking takes away from you focusing on the thing that makes it most important, which is to make sure that you are making you a priority, right? And then you want to write this thing down. You can plan it out. You got to write it down. You got to put it into your scheduler. You can put it into your phone. You can put it into a calendar. You can get a composition notebook. You can get a guide notebook. Whatever works for you, whatever is going to help you is what you want to utilize when it comes to getting you on that next step of focusing and flexing your focus muscle. So those are my quick, simple tips that has helped me when I first started off on my wellness journey. Again, like I said, I was 270 pounds when I started out, and now I'm down to 223, which is a little big jump, and I need to go a little bit further, because my weight sometimes fluctuates, and of course we all fluctuate when things happen in life, because life is not always black and white. Like I said before, we would love for it to be that way, but it's just not that way. So I'm still, continuing on my journey, and I'll share my journey with you as I go through the process. And I just wanted to make sure that I gave you a few tips that I started out with that has helped me, which is to flex your focus muscle, get deeply embedded into focusing on the one thing that you need to do to help you overall, versus it's giving yourself more time, versus it's planning out your day, versus it's planning out your meals, versus it writing it down, exercising more, whatever that looks like. You just got to focus on one thing right now, which will help you in the long run, because then you can start adding extra things to your plate as you start to become a master at that one particular focus element in your life, because then you know exactly you're not going to dwell away from or get away from that one thing. You're actually going to start adding to, which will enhance what it is that you're trying to do. So this is Coach. I'm so thankful that you have joined me. If you love this content, again, please do like and share. Comment at the bottom what it is that the things that you started to focus on to flex your focus muscle, so that way the community can see and we can talk about it. And also do like and share. Share this video with someone who you think, needs a little bit of extra encouragement, or just trying to figure out which way that they can go when it comes to health and wellness, which again, you got to flex that focus muscle. You got to get that thing in gear, and you got to be intentionally and tunnel focus when it comes to your health, because that's how wealth is considered health. Okay, so again, this is Coach. I thank you so much. If you like this video, again, please do like, comment, and share, and I will talk to you in the next video. Peace.